it up a notch because we already have another guest in the studio with us to open up this conversation that we already started this morning. I have Israel Oluyomi Obatunde. He is a creative strategist whose core expertise is art direction, but also enjoys writing copy and developing strategy. He has a unique ability to interpret clients' thoughts in ways that produce outstanding communication results. Having set out to study psychology in the university, his passion for creativity quickly redirected him to the world of advertising, where he has been finding fulfillment. Over the years, his exceptional works have garnered recognition on international and local platforms like Losers Archive, New York Festival, African Crystals, and LAIF Awards. His passion for originality and holistic approach to solving communication challenges has made his footprint resonate deeply on global and local brands as a concept originator, art director, motion artist, project handler, team player, and lead. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Israel this morning. Good morning, Israel. How are you doing?
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I mean, your profile has made us the best candidates for this conversation. You and Ife this morning are the people that we're looking for to have this conversation. I mean, when we talk about media, we're looking at it from different spheres. We're looking at it from social media, from print, broadcast media to advertising, every sort of media. And it's so good that you've already had your experience in art and media and everything that will now bring that conversation back home. But before I even ask you what is the role of media in, moral decadence, I must ask you about the story that brought this conversation to life. I mean, you heard about the 10-year-old and the boys and their acts, because I don't know what to call it, their experience. What do you think about it?
I would like to start by saying it's actually a very sensitive issue or topic, and there is no how you would hear or see what happened that you won't pause for a while and ask yourself, what the hell is going on with us? So I mean, the first reaction is it somehow kind of make you feel bad. Like, where did we fail? This generation or our generation? And it's a wake-up call, actually. The first thing for me, it's a wake-up call to everyone. Everyone.
I mean, we can go around in circles and look at it from different point of view, but I agree with you that it is a wake-up call. I understand that you and I already started this conversation outside, and we're looking at it from all the angles that we could look at. And I understand that you were mentioning that either we like it or not, it is everyone's fault. I want you to open that up for me.
Yes, I would like for us to see it that way, because I feel we've been very emotional about this, and everybody have been throwing tantrums and blames, calling out parents, calling out individuals. But the fact is, I think we failed ourselves. There used to be a time in our community that there was this sense of or this conscience from yourself or from people around you that are not even your parents, that you know that when you do certain things, you get a nudge that this is wrong. So the problem now is, it seems as if there's no right or wrong anymore. Just like the abnormal is becoming normal. So it's really, really worrisome. And I think some of the highlights for us is there is a bridge, there is a gap. There is this touch that we've lost, like from the younger ones to the older ones. I really don't want to specifically talk about parents. I think it's about the younger ones to the older ones, whether you are a parent, whether you are a sibling, whether you are living in a community that you are seeing something wrong and you're not talking, then there's a problem. You get it? Because if we see it as a collective problem, we'll be able to solve it quicker and earlier. I thought maybe, during COVID, there was some sort of things that happened. We used to have father going out from morning to night, mom going out from morning to night, kids going out. And the unfortunate thing is the kids would go to school. After school, they close like around probably 12, 1 or 2. They will still do after school. Yes. After the after school, they will still come home from a private teacher. Yeah. After the private teacher is probably a maid or someone take care of it. So the responsibility just drastically shifted from the guardians to people coming to be paid
caretakers.
for.
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah.
So some sort of thing happened during COVID that everybody was forced to come back to feel the nature is again, the human nature. We come back to appreciate ourselves because we're at home every time. You come back. You see, there was this solitude. There was this call back to nature, and somehow afterwards everything just died and we all went back to our fast life. I know we all have to make money.
Look, people missed the fast life. Let me not even lie.
I did, of course.
People missed the fast life.
So we all have to make money. The question is, in the process of making money, are you not marrying a life? Are you not, I mean, destroying a particular life? So take the media, for instance. I wouldn't blame our so-called artists, celebrities. I wouldn't fully blame them.
Yeah. Because
if you ask myself, there are fantastic artists we have, fantastic music writers, producers, that if they give us the good thing that music's supposed to sound like, but oh no.
Nobody is going to buy it. I know that.
Until we see a big on the video, we see somebody throwing out on the promiscuity, that is when you see the video picking up, like 1 million, 2 million. So who are the 1 million people watching it?
Actually, that's a good question.
Who are the 5 million people watching it? And you're not coming back to say you want to control it from being seen by the kids. Because take, for instance, you can buy a phone for a child and say you put parental control on it. There's Google on it. The same Google that made you put parental control on within the same child to remove the parental control.
Hey! You know!
So, man, it's just like if we take a step, 10 steps forward, you're taking 20 back.
You have to hold on. Like you can't rush that part. You can't move too far. We have to take it in bits. Before you joined, Adi and I were still talking about the fact that, it's not our job to put parental, so our job is to make sure that the movie or the video or whatever it is that we're putting out there is properly curated for different audiences. So if it is for family, there's parental guidance and all of that. If it's for children above the age of 14, there is that. If it's for children below the age of 14, there is 18 plus, blah, blah, blah. And it is properly labeled. There is nudity, sex, everything, whatever it is that you're going to find out, because we assume that from 18 plus, you're old enough to digest whatever it is that you can see and assimilate and take it properly. However, so for the younger kids where, there's already child lock, parental guidance, blah, 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 and stuff like that, they can actually learn how to unlock that.
Like,
hey,
okay, let me.
I didn't think about it that way.
let me give you a very practical example.
Please.
Like, I got a phone for my girl, and I mean, not necessarily our own phone. Okay, that might be too far. My laptop. Somehow I don't even know how she get to unlock the laptop
by herself.
It's just called watching me over and over again. Like, just giving attention to how I press the button, she can unlock it. Let me shock you. So there was a story of a very close friend of mine. He was watching a movie, and usually when he's watching with his friend, with his wife, when it's getting to the place they want to kiss and do some things, they skip it. So they've always been doing that. There's this day they were watching this movie, and they were about to skip, and the daughter said, "Daddy, what are you skipping? They are not yet kissing."
The baby said it.
So there is a way they tend to learn when we are not there, because there is a form of exposure that they have from somebody outside, not from us. So you are hiding that thing from them. He or she goes to school, talks to a boy or girl that is probably having an exposure at home to what he shouldn't. You say, come on, what is your parent hiding from you?
Like, is this not it?
Come on, this is it. And from there, you say, oh, really? He comes back home, waits for you to leave your phone, unlocks it, do everything he wants to do, and again, clear the history.
Claire, oh my God. You're scaring me, Israel. You're scaring me.
This is why I'm saying it's a collective effort. Parents have their own to do, guardians have theirs to do, the school have theirs to do, the community has theirs to do. In a society where we have, these days, it is this style of I'm on my own, you be on your own in your flat. It's good. It's actually good. But
minding your business and all
yeah,
that.
it's awesome because, of course, these days, it's also hard to trust people.
Security consciousness is important.
So, I mean, you want to trust somebody, your girl with your child with your neighbor, and is this same neighbor that somehow will be feeling to sleep with a young girl? I mean, it's just crazy. So it comes back to, who are you in the society? If I can rationalize who I am in the society and look for how to change some of this behavior, like some dude posted something, like is a very far away friend, distant friend I knew for a long time ago, posted, I mean, very, very dirty picture in the name of, I don't even want to know. And I just asked a question, like, dude, this thing you posted, so what do you want me to learn?
Tell me, sir.
Number two, those children that does not know the right from wrong, that is seeing your status now. Okay, what are you actually like? I was really upset. I felt like slap. If to say it was closer to me,
you'd have pulled a wheel.
Yeah, because I mean, it's wrong to be violent. I'm just saying.
I know. I know.
So what I'm saying is, it comes back to, what are we doing as a person?
Wait, I want to ask a quick question. Did he call you a hater?
I mean, he can't. He knows my stance.
Okay, great. Because I mean, that's the next thing. Like, oh, you're hating on me. You don't want me to be creative, act-wise, and all of that. Look, I mean, look, there's so many things to discuss in this conversation, and there's one question I must ask you. Is it really our job as media practitioners, you and I, every other members, our colleagues, our friends, is it our job to what's it called now? Is it not even our job? Is it our fault? That's the word. Is it our fault that this is happening? Because either you like it or not, the story went viral in the media. We are talking about it now. People started posting the videos. That is even the most scary one. People found it okay, and then they were putting it on their WhatsApp status. People were putting it on their social media platforms, not knowing that that is child pornography that could land them 14 years in jail. That shows some form of pedophilia behavior and stuff like that. Is it our fault?
So as terrible as it sounds that people were posting it, it's terrible, it's awful, but somehow it adds its own positive side to it. How? Do you want to tell me that this is the only case we have currently?
That's a good question.
Do you want to tell me that while we were much younger, when there were no phones, we don't have girls doing this thing? I mean, when secondary school, we know some girls are really terrible. And
let's do some boys and girls. I'm not going to let you do that.
Some boys and some girls, really terrible. I mean, really do some of these things. Wild. And there was no social media to really, put it out there. Now, it's not that there should be social media to put it out there, but I think this one kind of made everybody to see what is going on. So it's not a good thing for a particular girl's life to be a wake-up call. It's not. But this is where we need to spin the story from what has happened to what we need to make happen. So everybody now knows something like this is going on, right? So what is the question? You don't have to be posting it. It is you taking it and talking to people around you. Don't post it, because some people will keep it and be using it. Adults.
I don't even want you to talk about it. I really have so many questions to ask you, but our time is already gone. I know for a fact that we're definitely going to visit this conversation again, and it'd be nice to have more conversations with you on this, because your insights, you opened my eyes up onto that part. I just didn't see it, that, it's the same internet that's going to teach them to unlock this same thing that you have locked.
Yeah.
It's like when, our parents will hide music, what's it called, from us, and we'll go and find it somehow.
Somehow.
Interesting.
Okay, last point.
I
mean, to see how deep this is, when you were growing up, I was growing up, there were songs like, can I mention artists?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Let me hear.
they were like the Hulu Maintains,
Ooh.
Rugged Man, you know, Tony Tetula, Awilu Lokomba. We were like,
I enjoyed Awilu Lokomba.
You know, people would tell us, parents, close, don't listen to that song. They're bad. They're terrible. Guess what? We did not know that we've not started.
We did not know what we were getting ready for.
So when we were much younger, listening to that, we're guiding our heart. Now compared it to what is going on media right now, on our TVs, to those other ones.
Were we really guiding our hearts?
I mean, just like there was a conscience, like there was a conscience, yeah, some sorts. But now, like, compare the kind of videos we have now to those ones. So it goes back to, I mean, we have to make money. We all have to make money. But can we withdraw some things?
Can we withdraw some things? I really hope that we can. Because, I mean, you talking about the music makes me realize that there's so many things that we missed out on. So I was listening to one song that I used to enjoy as a kid. I was listening to it now, and I realized the secrets that were inside. I didn't know. Look, I was listening. So I used to enjoy Cisco as a kid. And then they would play it in the, Unleash the Dragon, would dance to it, hey! And then, you know, I listened to it as an adult now, and I was scared. I really danced to this. I mean, you were mentioning Olumentin, and I remember when we were dancing to Yahoo Oh. Oh, wow.
That was a hit of, of that time.
We were listening to it. Oh my goodness. I mean, and that is scary. And now we now have music that that are not double entendres. They're unfiltered. They're just there in our faces. Like it is what it is called. We call them the names that they are. Ho-ha. It has been amazing having this conversation with you, Israel. Thank you so much for giving us insights into this conversation.